How are y'all doing tonight, you guys? Yep, we're back. We're back for part two. And part two is dealing with you getting summertime fine, you guys. So thank you for joining us this week. This week is all about getting summertime fine with your mind, your body, and your soul, you guys. So you don't want to miss any one of these broadcasts this week in the evening times, you guys, and then both morning and night on the weekend. We will be here, you guys. So come on in. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Also, share out the broadcast, because that's my friend, Miss Tisha M. Johnson would say. She would say sharing is caring. So come on, share out the broadcast. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And just give us a hey, or give us a hello, or a hey, ladies, whatever it is, you guys. Just let us know that you are in the place. Don't sit quiet. Just be looking at us. Say something. Open up your mouth. But I'm going to let my co-hosts introduce themselves, and then we'll get right into it. And we go from there. So come on, Miss Jennifer King, Miss New, the quick coach, Miss Exit Plan, all that good stuff. Tell us who you are.
Hey, guys. My name is Jennifer King. Super excited to be here to talk, to hear and have conversation about what it's going to take to get summertime fine. And then not only just in the summer, but do it for throughout the year. So I count it an opportunity. So guys, sit back, get your pen and paper. As Dion said, I'm the quit coach. If you're interested in quitting your job, we need to have a conversation. But we're even going to have a conversation about quitting your job, how it affects your health, and what it's going to take in your mind, body, and soul in order to get to your next level. All right, we're going to talk about what it takes, and it all ties in with getting summertime fine.
Yes, Miss Tisha.
Hey, everybody. We are back. Listen, is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday. Yeah. My favorite day of the week, y'all know. Hey, go ahead and share the broadcast. It's going to be an incredible week. You don't want to miss a moment of it. I'm excited to be here, of course, with my sisters. I'm Tisha M. Johnson. I'm the creator of Your Love of a Lifetime, helping you find true and lasting love. And so you got to have some fitness and some fineness if you want the right love, because it's not about physical appearances. However, you want to be your healthiest self. And so you're at the right place at the right time with the right people. Dion is going to kick some knowledge. It's going to be an amazing week. Go ahead and share the broadcast with at least 5 of your favorite girlfriends. We ain't biased against the brothers either, but definitely your girlfriends. So again, welcome and thank you so much. Go ahead and share and tell us where you're viewing from.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Jennifer and Tisha. And before we get started, I just want to say hey to Miss Daphne Askew out there, Miss Tiffany Mason. Hello, Mr. Odion. I didn't want to mess up your first name there. Also, Miss D. Morris. Come on through, you guys. And if I have not called your name out, it's because I cannot see it down there. So please forgive me. But I see that we have some people in here. So we're going to go ahead on and get started. I'm going to share my screen right here, and we will definitely get on with it. So Jennifer, I think it needs to give me, I need those controls.
Hang tight. I need to figure out what I need to do to allow you to share.
Okay, no worries. Or you switch the host, and then it should let me be able to do it.
That's what I'll do, because I know how to do it.
Okay, no worries.
How about that? There you go.
All right, that's going to work. Hold up, you guys. What's this? This is always... Here we go. All right. Can you all see my screen? I'm waiting for it to pop up here. It's a little delay. Let me make sure that you can see it.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can see it.
But it is not doing the big. Why isn't it?
No, we see your side pane.
Yeah, let me unplug this other monitor. Y'all, I have so. Y'all bear with us. Don't go anywhere. Y'all stay right there. Here we go. All right. All right, you guys. Boom. Perfect. Okay, here we go. I want to make sure I do the big slideshow. Come on. All right. So you guys, look, thank y'all so much for being here with me, learning how to get summertime fun in your mind, your body, and your soul. So tonight I'm going to give you 5 keys to unlocking a healthy mindset. All right. 5 keys to unlocking a healthy mindset. All right, who am I? I'm a mother. I'm a fitness enthusiast. I love to travel when we could travel. All right, the owner, founder, and creator of Her Virtual Gym, and I'm also a health coach. So I put this here to show you all that, we're all busy. We're all busy. We're juggling different things, you guys, but you have to make sure that you put your health in order, and I'm going to give you those particular keys. All right, so key number 1. Appreciation. Get your notes, get your phone, take you a couple of notes here. And because you're going to have some homework, not even homework, you're going to have an action step to take right before you get off this broadcast. So appreciation, you have to appreciate what is in front of you right now in this moment, you guys. That is what appreciation looks like in this summertime fine atmosphere with your mind. All right. You have to appreciate what is right there in front of you. Get that in your mind that, okay, maybe I have this going on. I have that going on. This bad thing happened over here. We're over here. We're still, in the house. We can't really do anything. So what you have to do mentally is appreciate what is in front of you. Make the small things count. All right. Make those small things count. You're able to fix you a meal that you haven't fixed in a long time, because guess what? We're always on the go. We always go and grab this, grab that. But guess what? You're able to utilize your stove because you have a stove, and you either have gas or you either have an electric stove or a range. You have to appreciate what is in front of you and make those small things count. Especially now, you definitely have to make those small things count. Mental clarity to do that. Identify the little things that make you happy. It could be as simple as having a cup of coffee or tea. Guess what? By yourself. Appreciate it. Smell it. Really taste the flavors that are there. Because sometimes, let me tell you, I can gulp my coffee down and not even know if it was Texas pecan, San Antonio, or whatever it could have been, a breakfast blend. But slow down and appreciate what is definitely in front of you, because that will do something to your psyche. All right. That's key number 1. Key number 2 is read. Now, read about someone who inspires you, because that motivation has to come from within. It's the difference between inspiring and motivating. Motivation definitely has to come from within, because you can read all the books. You can listen to all the podcasts, all of that. But if you don't get up and do something about it, if you don't get up and put those things into action, if you don't get up and take charge, then, what's the point? Nobody shouldn't have to tell you, hey, you know what? Your life's about to be turned off. You need to get up and do something different. No, that should motivate you to do it. All right. Your motivation has to come from within. But think about someone who inspires you. All right. Someone who inspires you, someone who sparks these ideas off of your head when you read about them, when you read where they have gone through and where they are now. You may have to pick somebody that is where you want to be. All right. You may have to pick this self-development book, that's going to change your mindset. All right. So read about someone or something that inspires you and pull 3 key points from the book that you can implement within the next 30 days, because action is key. And massive action is the double key. Okay? So pull 3 key points from the book that you can implement within the next 30 days. Again, we're talking about being summertime fine with your mind. We're doing some mind work here because that's where it starts first, within your mind. And this is all going to gear up to you having that body that you want. It's all going to lead to you eating the way that you would like to eat, and all of that, but it has to start in the mind first, okay? Now, the third key is being intentional in your mind. Being intentional in your mind, all right? Intentionally get to that happy feeling. Now, I'm going to tell you how you can get there, because this is all that mind work, because you're going to have to pull from this when it's time for you to get your body ready, okay? Think back to how you felt when you experienced true and utmost happiness. It could be when you were 5 years old. Think about that moment when you really felt happy. You didn't have a worry in the world, a care in the world, just that instant, that moment. What were the emotions that you felt? What did your body do? How did your body react? Did you scream? Did you feel chills? Did you cry? Were you just in, like, it was like nothing could bring you down? You know, what did you say to yourself? That is very important. What did you say to yourself? This is that third key, you know, being intentional, being very intentional. So when you can think back to how you felt at a moment where you were your happiest, do something to get you back there. Some people probably can't even remember me. So think of something, or think of what you might think happy feels like. What would you do? Would you smile? Would you jump? Would you cry? Would you scream? Would you do a toe touch or whatever it may be? But you have to intentionally get there. Okay? Because let me tell you what's going to happen when you get there. In your mind, when you get there, when you can feel it, guess what? You're not going to want to let it go. So you're going to go into action mode, because you're not going to want that to be gone, because you're being intentional about it. So you have to get back there and find something. It could be just putting your foot out there in God's green earth, in the dirt, that makes you feel happy. I know that won't make me feel happy because I'm scared of worms and all that kind of stuff. But if that's what you do, that's what you do, because you need to get to that happy place to unlock these hormones in your mind, those feel-good hormones in your mind, you know, that can make you push through whatever it is that you're going through. That is the deal. We're getting to the mind. We're doing mind work here, okay? So we're getting summertime fine in our mind, in our body, in our soul. I want to thank you all so much for being here with us tonight. We have 2 more keys to go. We have 5 keys to unlocking a healthy mindset. That's what we are talking about here tonight. So we're on key number 4, set boundaries. If you look at this picture right here, this beach, this summer beach, it looks so good. I can smell the sea salt and all of that. But look at that boundary. We call it the horizon. It's a clear cut boundary. The water is separated from the sky. You see that horizon there, all right? That is a boundary. You have to set boundaries. You have to clearly identify your boundaries. I know sometimes we don't want to come off as harsh to people, or we don't want to come off as being mean or have people take things the wrong way, but you have to set your boundaries. And boundaries come in many different forms. Your time. You have to set boundaries on your time. You have to set boundaries on those favors that you're normally doing for 30 people. All right? Set those boundaries, because if you don't, you will become overloaded in your mind. You become overwhelmed in your mind. I'm telling you, we're talking about 5 keys to unlocking a healthy mindset to get this summer fine mind going. All right? So you don't want to become overwhelmed. You don't want to be the yes woman or the yes man all the time. So you want to identify those boundaries and set them on your time, those favors that you are offering up, or that you're volunteering for. When I say volunteering for, you might be right now, you might have people that need you to say the prayer on Bible study on Tuesday. And then you have somebody say, oh, you know, can you cook us up some of your good old soup to last us for 3 days? We'll have Instacart or ship deliver the groceries to you, but can you cook it for us? And we come by there and pick it up. You might have someone to ask you to go ahead on and make them some business cards if that's what you do or used to do back in the day. But now you have your a different business, but they remembered what you used to do, and they say, look, I know you can do it for me. This just this one card. I mean, this one time. Just this one time, whatever it may be, those favors, you have to set those boundaries. And then you also have to say what you mean and mean what you say. And no is a complete sentence. You have to set these boundaries, because right now in this time, people are still in the house. Some people are going stir crazy. So they have a lot on their mind. So if people keep putting things on their shoulders, what's going to happen? They're going to become unbalanced. Okay. And so you have to set your boundaries on your time, those favors where you the cook, you the teacher, all of that. You know, you have to set those boundaries, and then you have to say what you mean and mean what you say. Last but not least, the fifth key, you have to protect your peace of mind. You definitely have to protect that, guard it. You have to intentionally get to that happy feeling. Once again, we talked about being intentional in the beginning. Is here again, intentionally get to that happy feeling or that peaceful feeling. Let's say peaceful here. Pay attention. This is how you get there. Pay attention to how you feel when you talk to certain people or when you are around certain people. Take note. If you feel heavy once you get off the phone with them, or if you feel discombobulated once you finish talking to them or seeing them, or if you feel like you're upset or something when you talk to them, take note of that. Okay, take note of that, because then you know that, okay, I'm feeling this way. Let me cut the conversation short, or let me not even do this. Let me not answer this email, or whatever it takes. You know, you want to protect your peace. Another way that you can do that is pay attention to how you feel when you listen to certain sounds. It could be the police car driving down the street. It could be the train on the track that gets on your nerves. Shows, when you listen to different shows like podcasts and TV, things like that, or music, things like that. Pay attention to how you feel when you listen to those things. But let me tell you, some of those things can be so soothing to you. Pay attention to that. Whatever's soothing to you, whatever makes you feel at ease, put that in your pocket and use that when you come across, you know, certain people that make you feel bad or something like that. But then you're going to pay attention to those people who you're around, and you be like, my goodness, I just love being in their presence. Oh man, I love her personality, you know. So you have to pay attention and note, because you want to protect your peace. And lastly, if you feel uneasy in a bad way, then you know that you must cut that off, because your peace is at risk. Okay? All right? But if you're not feeling uneasy or anything like that, and you're feeling really good, take note of that as well, because that means that you could put this into your pocket of peace and pull those out whenever it's time to do away with the bad feelings that you might get when you do or listen to certain things. So we went through, you guys, this was the fifth key, 5 keys to unlocking a healthy mindset. This is all geared towards your mind, okay? This is all geared towards your mind. We're going to be here all week. And we're going to be talking about your mind, your body, as well as your soul, getting it in shape. But I wanted to start off with the mental aspect of it, and then I'm going to invite you, if you want to have a call, a free 15-minute call, go to bit.ly/mygymcall, and let's talk about this. And if you want to ask questions that you weren't able to ask on here tonight. Do that. Write your question down so that you can ask that whenever we do get on the phone and chat. But tonight we were talking about the mental work that needs to be done, and being summertime fine in your mind. So what I'm going to do is bring this down, because my co-hosts, they're going to get on here. They're going to come back, and we're going to talk a little bit about, having that mindset to quit, what it takes to quit. And Jennifer, why you have to have that summertime mind, have your mind in shape in order to get ready to quit your job. And also Katisha, how that relates to the relationship portion of it as well.
It is something that's absolutely necessary. Last summer was the first summer in nearly 34 years that I didn't work. Actually, it was longer than that, because I started working when I was 14. I started working on when I was 14, and I stopped working when I was 51. So, part-time jobs at first, but I was at my last job for 33 years. 33 years. First summer ever was last summer. And I had to quit in my mind first, months before. I had to make the decision to quit. What does that look like? It looks like me understanding and seeing that there's more to life than a job. I saw that, I said I had a great career. I love my job. When I look back in retrospect, I was just saying all of that because it sounded good, and it didn't make me look like I was somewhere I didn't want to be. Right? Nobody wants to let on that I'm working a job and I really don't like it. So we're going to say, oh, I like my job. Now, some people are going to say they don't like their job, but by far, and so now my question is to people that say things like that is, if you don't like your job, what are you going to do about it? What are you willing to do about it? You've got to quit in your mind and get your mind wrapped around the fact that you don't have to work for somebody else, because the very thing you're doing for somebody else, you're making them rich. We talked earlier about vacations, right? They're on vacation while you're going to the job. They're on vacation. Their family is living up in the suburbs while you're living down in the inner city, possibly. They're taking care of their family. Their kids are seeing things that you will never see because you're working at their job, making them money, right? So until we get outside of our mind, because you got to get outside of your mind for this one, because that's how we're raised. Get a good job, work hard, and retire. You're going to have to get outside your mind to even fathom that you don't have to do that. But the same energy that you take getting up every day, going to a job, and you get set in your ways. You get set and you get stuck, and you look up, and it's 3 decades later. So we want to stop that now. That is my mission. Is for people that want to quit their job, let's have some conversation. I like the fact that Dion's talking about your mind, body, and soul. Even to get in shape and get healthy, you got to get your mind right. Because if you're not healthy, whatever's going on with you, it's because things are out of order in your mind. And nobody wants to admit that. Nobody wants to say, oh, I got some stinking thinking going on here. Nobody wants to admit that. But when you can get to that point where you can be very honest with yourself, that's when you're going to see things change in your life. Until then, everything that you're dealing with right now is a choice, but you see yourself as a victim, and you see yourself as not having control. But until when you're honest with yourself, that's when you will pick up the phone and call us.
Oh, yes, that's so true. That is so true, Jennifer. You have to get rid of that stinking thinking. So come on here, Tisha.
Woo. Well, these 5 keys were incredible. And just like you used it for your industry, I mean, I can use the very same keys. For relationship, you've got to be able to appreciate who you are. You've got to love you where you are. And a lot of the work has to be done by you. Nobody's coming into your life to make you happy. Happiness is your responsibility. So you got to get that straight and appreciate who you are. Reading something different to inspire you so that you can have different kinds of conversations. Oh my goodness. So important. You want to talk about the same thing? Ain't nobody looking at the real, unreal people on TV. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Unreality TV. Ain't nobody got time to talk about that. At this point in my life, and I know Jennifer know, listen, can we talk about some real estate? Let's talk about, what's in your portfolio. We having different kinds of conversations. And so if you don't want that kind of relationship, I don't know. Being intentional. You mentioned fishing. I said, whoo, she up my alley because I can't wait to go fishing. But being intentional about your journey.
Girl, you like to fish?
I love it. Been fishing since I was a little girl.
Really? Let me tell you what I like to do. I like to go to the fish market.
Take me to the fish market too. I'm telling you, I put a worm on a hook. I don't like no worm.
I will be screaming like a little girl.
Look, I learned how to.
That's amazing.
You water the ground, in the backyard, in the front yard, in your flower bed just before dusk, and then you go outside with a flashlight and get your worms. Anyway.
Oh wow.
Wow, I could have done without that, but thank you.
I'm a country girl from the city. What can I say? Setting boundaries. Oh my goodness, no is a complete sentence. Hello. I remember a time where I couldn't say no. I was always saying yeah. But at a point when you burn yourself out for the 20th time, you'll learn how to say no. And protecting your peace, again, great, phenomenal keys, and all dealing with your mind. So if you want to be summertime fan, first of all, can I just say this in terms of relationship? You got to be summertime fan for you.
Yep.
Because you have men that love all shapes and sizes. So that's not it. If you want to be summertime fan, starting with your mind, it must be for you. Go to bit.ly/my gym call. Y'all need to get on Dion's schedule, have a conversation with her.
That's good.
Yeah, thank you, Tisha. That was so good. Look at that. You guys, this is just the beginning. Tomorrow, y'all come on back up in here because guess what? We're going to be talking about the body. We're going to be talking a little bit about the body, but guess what? It's going to fit right on in. It's going to fit right on in because I'm trying to come at it from a different angle, different things that you might not think of and just know that whatever you want, you guys, it's very achievable, whether it's in your mind, it's your body, it's your soul, your paycheck, the paycheck that you pay yourself. All of it is achievable, but we got to do the work. Whatever it is, we got to work. So we talked about tonight, we're working on that mind. You got to work on your mind. So I told you you're going to have to do some homework, not even really homework. You have an action step to perform right now. I want you all to get your cell phone. I want you to get your cell phone. Go to the calendar. Go to the calendar. Pick one thing this week. Decide on a day this week. Pick one day this week. All right. Set a reminder. You go in there, you press that plus sign, you put some up in there, and then you just put in there me time. Put me, M-E, time. Set it for 20 minutes. Okay, if it's from 7 to 7:20, do whatever the heck you want to do. If you want to be in your bedroom, you want it all to hang out, you just want to lay on the bed like this. Do it for 20 minutes because you have to do something for you. And I guarantee you, if you do this, you will see that you feel much better. Put yourself on the calendar this week before class. Yeah, and set it me time, 20 minutes, y'all, not even 10, 20. Do 20 minutes. That could be where you be like, okay, children, I'm going to shut myself in the bathroom right here. And if you just want to sit on the floor and put some Color Street nail things on your toes, do it for 20 minutes in peace, you guys. Or you just sit there in calmness, in peace, whatever it is. You want to mix your favorite drink, mix that drink and drink it. You know what I'm saying? Sip it in that 20-minute time frame. If you want to go and order you something from the restaurant, you guys, order it so it could be there when it's time for your me time. Okay? Do that this week. Put yourself on the calendar this week and just do something for yourself. And I want you all to do that at the end of the week. I'm going to ask What did y'all do? And I said, by Friday, y'all need to have done something for yourself for 20 minutes. Put it on. We put a reminder on our calendar for everything else and everybody else.
That's good.
It's time we put stuff on there.
Can I say something about that? Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God. What, Jennifer?
Just FYI, I do that for 2 hours a day. Me time.
Why? How do you do it? How you get to do it?
I get to do it because I worked my ass off in 2019 and got some coaching and left my job. So I have 2 hours a day that I have my me time. And some of y'all have spent that time with me because I'll go live while I'm taking my nap. And I need to do that again because I'm coming up on 1 year. I'm going to do it one day this week and y'all going to watch me take my nap.
And we watched it. We just watched it.
Just watch it. You too, you can do it too. As part of my 1 year anniversary, because it's taken a mindset. I used to wish for 33 years I could take a nap in the middle of the day. It wasn't going, it didn't happen until I made a decision. I'm so glad I made that decision. And being in this community of women is like no other. I'm sorry, it's like no other. It's amazing. It is amazing. So I just want to put that out there. Y'all doing it for 20 minutes. I'm doing it for 2 hours, if not more. If not
more. Start somewhere.
Because of COVID, there's more time because I don't have to go work a job. So, you know, Kristen's here. I don't have to go pick him up. That was about the extent of my day, taking him to school and picking him up, going to the post office. We would go out to dinner, do a few things. But I mean, we can't really do all of that anymore. So there's even more time. If I want to do it for 3 hours.
More time and more gas, right? More time and more gas. You don't even burn gas.
No gas. No, you know, we're not going to the nail salon. You know, I'm still getting my wig service, but you know, it's just it's a different world. And I just don't see me out in the world much if I have to wear a mask. I'm gonna stay in my house and I know a lot of people went out this weekend and I haven't heard anything, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't heard anything about a cure for coronavirus, right? So can y'all explain to me, if we were on quarantine like for 2 months and we learned all this stuff about the virus, how it's transmitted, we saw all these people get sick and die, and then they lift the ban, but ain't nobody said nothing about no cure. Why are people out there like this didn't happen? I don't understand. I don't.
Yeah. Look, it's the mindset. It's the mindset because, for one, of course, we all were going stir crazy. Heck, I love to travel. I would have been 2-3 places by now. But y'all, you have to be, what do you have to, awake, or you have to be paying attention and listening to what's not being told to you. Because if this happens and they shut some things down, now you have people that have gone back out there getting in contact with different people. They're already telling them to go ahead on, if you went to a big party or something, go into quarantine for 14 days. I saw that article. So what if somebody had just gotten over it? What if somebody has it and will never get sick, but they're a carrier, because those are people out there like that, but you could get sick? What's going to happen in the next phase? Another shutdown can be up on us. So use your mind.
I'm going to stock up. I'm going to stock up because unfortunately, and I don't wish bad on anybody, but nothing happened to stop it. We stopped the spread for 2 months, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it was.
And that's because we were like this, right? We were closed in.
We were quarantined. Now everybody back out.
Go out.
Why did y'all do that?
Yeah. Everybody's coming in contact with people. And guess what?
I don't understand. I don't. And I don't wish any bad on anybody.
No, but we
this week.
Realist.
Because it's and people have said it's going to come back with a vengeance. It really never stopped. They just slowed down the talk about Because when I hear cure, then you might get my interest. But right now, I'm not even watching the news, not even watching anything. I'm going about my business in my house. When I do have to go out, I go when things are closed. I go to the post office. That's about it when they're closed. If I go pick up some food, it's curbside delivery or I have it delivered here. I have my groceries delivered here. What do people not understand? Why I want to talk to those people who went out there. And like I said, I don't wish any bad on anybody, but in 2 weeks, if you end up in the hospital, who do you have to blame?
Wow. And nobody can come in there and be with you. That's the thing. Family members can't even go in there with their family members.
Wow.
So be thoughtful, you guys, and mindful. I mean,
be mindful. Be very mindful.
Yeah.
Be very mindful.
But that's all I had tonight, y'all.
That was good, Dion.
Oh, thank you. So, Tisha, you got any parting words?
The whole subject just about the going out and being in the world. I just don't get it. One of our Periscope viewers said that, China shut down in October and just re-shut down. I don't know, because again, I ain't watching the news like that either. I do remember seeing something about that they weren't going to shut the United States down again. So you don't have a choice. Go out there, maybe miraculously heal or die. I'm sorry, I'll wait. I got stuff to do in places that I want to go when we can. I'm not in a rush.
And so they said that China shut down in October. They opened back up and now they're shutting down again.
That's what the viewer said. I don't know. I haven't watched it that close.
Right, I haven't either, and I'm sure they know what they heard that somewhere. So why didn't we learn from that? See, it's all about the dollar. It's all about the economy, right? But we're willing to risk it. We see what happens. We see what happens. You can run a business from home and do well. Ask us, we know. We know you don't have to go out. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. I'm sorry, it's not worth it. And unfortunately, I'm sitting up here worried about what are they going to do for school for my son in September? Do I want to send him back to school? What is going to be the protocol? I don't want to be sending him to school with no mask. Are you kidding me? What are y'all going to do about this?
It's crazy. Wow. I mean, and we're talking about a mindset. We're talking about fitness. Do you care about your body?
That's good.
Your health. Your health. It.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And y'all, they did. I'm just on here looking it up, and it says an emergency to you. What's talking? I ain't want you to talk, little news lady. But yeah, she done came on here talking. Wait a minute, let me turn her off. But it says millions on lockdown in China. Wait a minute, let me go back. And this came out on May the 20th. It says second wave of coronavirus hits China. Second wave. And it says Beijing City shuts down gyms again, fears of second wave.
It's not worth it.
It's not.
Wow.
Right. On Periscope, she said exactly. Children will not keep their mask on at school. Yeah, kids are gonna be kids.
Yep.
Crazy.
So there you have it. Your health is very important. It is very important, and you have to be
very important. Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know about them. I'm staying inside, and I'm gonna be my own version of summertime fine because I got things to do.
Yep. Wow. Well, I'm looking here, and it's but they say the U.S. ain't gonna shut down. You know who said that? He said U.S. won't close over second COVID wave. But he said it was a hoax at first, but guess what?
What did he say? What they say about the U.S. and COVID wave?
Some U.S. won't shut down. Let me get those words right here. Correct.
Yeah. Y'all's top executive said that.
Yeah. It says that He says he vows second wave of coronavirus won't shut down the U.S.
And you got the top medical researchers saying it is. Who y'all gonna listen to? I mean, you're talking about professionals telling you what's at risk versus somebody who don't know what they're talking about as it relates to very, 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 very little. Y'all don't do it just because they opened it back up. And I feel like, I know the governors were slow about opening it up, but they were feeling pressure.
Yeah, from the top.
Yeah. Pressure. Don't feel the pressure. And I know people have to work. I understand that. I understand you got to work. Trust and believe. I understand you have to work. But you have a decision. Are you going to do something now to shift your mindset? Because this is not going anywhere anytime soon. What are you going to do about it? So that when the next wave, the third wave, the fourth wave, something else comes along. This COVID-19, what about COVID-20, COVID-21? Are you going to do something now? Or are you going to sit and wait? The time is now.
Wow.
It's now.
On Periscope, our viewer, I think it's Taurus U. Williamson, she said here in Memphis, they made national news by having a gathering downtown on the riverfront. So they made news. My governor extended our shelter in place, but she's been pressured. I mean, there have been groups of militia people going up to the state capitol with long guns, threatening that their civil liberties are being violated. She now feels pressure because our state is in the middle of a national emergency because we had some things that happened in the middle of the state. So they're trying to, from last I saw, she's being pressured because they don't want to give the funding because she won't open the state back up.
Wow.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Horrible.
It's crazy. For those of you guys that have choices, make the right choice. If you have to go to work, do your social distancing, do your mask, limit where you go. That's the thing. Some people are going to have to go to work, but that doesn't mean you have to go to the restaurant, the theater, the park, where you have big gatherings. That doesn't mean you have to go
the gym.
There.
You don't have to go there.
You don't have to go there. You don't have to go there.
We have to
you don't have to go back to the nail salon. Dion, I know that article you put in the chat the other day was talking about the hair salon.
And look, y'all, it was 2 hair stylists who had been exposed to COVID, didn't tell the peeps, and they put over at 140 people at risk for this, just because people wanted to go and get their hair fixed up. I understand, y'all. I was looking like Exhibit today. Let me tell you, if y'all remember that rapper back in the day, Pimp My Ride, y'all remember Exhibit from back then with the part down the middle with the braids like this? Look, I'm gonna be exhibited out. I don't even go to the salon anyway, but it doesn't matter what that looks like, you guys, when your life is on the line. If your life is going to be the consequence of you going there. Okay? Just think, you guys, because it's more than you. You probably have a family, you have kids. If you're married, you have a spouse, you have, people that love you, that love you. And sometimes when you do these things, y'all, just honestly, it's being selfish.
Jennifer Allen said, not exhibit. That's earlier tonight.
She knew I was talking about Pimp My Ride. Come on, Jennifer. Yes. Girl, I had some braids down there. I had to unravel them for the show. But y'all, we've had a great time here tonight. Yes, Mr. Harris said, terrible, absolutely. So y'all, this has been nice. And join us back here tomorrow night. We're going to be talking about summertime fine, with your body, but it's going to be more than the physical portion of your body, all right? Physical is one thing, all right, but you got to work on that internal, all right, in order to see those results physically, all right? And then we're going to talk about the soul, that spirit, that soul in there. you got to take care of that too. You got to take care of that. So we're going to get into all of that being summertime fine. You're going to be a well-rounded summertime fine individual by the time Sunday comes. All right? So thank y'all so much for joining us here tonight. Join us back here for, now Jennifer, you on that Sunrise Committee, right?
No, Tisha, let's talk about Tisha.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Lord, Tisha finna go once again at midnight. She and Stephanie.
Midnight Central. It's 1 a.m. Eastern.
Oh, that's right. 1 a.m. over there.
Right.
Ooh. Oh. Yeah, we're giving it to you. We out here giving you this information, giving you
It's out of control.
Grants, things like that. Stay awake. Get your piece of the pie, okay? And come on. Don't let us do this by ourselves. Y'all come on with us, all right? So join us tonight at midnight, Central Standard Time, 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Join us back here tonight. We're joining Tisha and Miss Stephanie here tonight. And then in the morning for sunrise service. Jennifer, what time is that? 5:30?
5 o'clock. That's when we try to get in there at 5. We get in there between 5 and 5:20.
Look, I'm asleep. Look.
I'm usually just going to sleep.
Still see me? My screen went completely black.
Mm-hmm.
No, you just moving a little bit slow, like the old Chinese movies, the words don't match.
Let me know when we're gone, and I'm gonna have to just power down my computer.
Shut it down. We're gonna get up out of here. So y'all join us back in the morning at 5 a.m. and then as well at 7:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for the morning show. All right. So thank y'all for being here with us. He said, yes, summertime fine. Go watch that replay, Mr. Harris. Yes, summertime fine. So thank y'all so much for being here with us tonight. We'll talk to you on tomorrow. And I think I have. Yeah, good night. Good night, y'all. Good